What is up, YouTube? I'm just here bringing you back here with another video with your host, Invisible E. You see, let's not try to pretend that there is not problems in the black community, because you see, even a blind man can see that there's a major problem in the black community. Major problem. And you see, when you ask, the elders, because it is them that they're going to ask the questions. Because the youngsters are too busy doing their own thing to answer any questions. Because they ain't active, they're very active on the streets and active in gang banging or doing criminal activities. They're active, so they don't have time to be answering these questions. But you see, the ones that they're really going to talk to or ask are the ones who are former troublemakers or gang members. They're going to ask these type of older black people. And these older black people are always going to blame the youths and the government. Because you see, that is a very easy thing to do. Blame the government or the youths. That the youths ain't doing no right, the youths, taking drugs, they're having pregnancy, all this nonsense. That's how these older black people would answer. They would answer like a bunch of retards. No sort of intellectual conversation or no any sort of analyzing or understanding exactly what has been going on in the past. That's trickled down to the youths. They will not tell you that. Most older black people will not say that they themselves are the problem. They'll blame something else. I see that all the time in the black community. The older ones don't want to be held accountable because they know deep down that they'll be shamed and people will point the finger at them because it is them that are the problem, not the youths. The youths are just taking after them because this is what they've been taught. They've been taught by these older black people, both black men and black women. They've been taught by them, to be a failure in society. So these children are just picking up where they left off. That's what it is. That's the truth. They're picking up where they left off. Because you see, the older generation don't like progression. They don't like education. They never liked education. They were most of the time never in school. This is why they have these bastard children in the first place. Because they could not be bothered to educate themselves and to help the young generation to grow. But you see, these younger generation are not respecting the elders one or elder generation because they feel like this older generation ain't do nothing for them. The only thing that they'll probably say that they credit to the older generation are the gangs, and the hoism. That's what they're gonna that's all they are going to give credit to them for. But you see, these older generation they are one of the most destructive people that I've seen. Because if you was to go back to when they were younger, the older generation, you see that they did a lot of bullshit. They did a lot of bullshit today back then, that today it's the reason why you see a lot of things that you're very questionable when you see some of these youngsters doing certain things. Like flashing guns and recording himself flashing, playing with guns. These females, the two black females twerking. Going around with different guys. These are all owed to the mama and papas, man. Because that's what they used to do. They say it and talk about it in front of their kids like it's nothing. They do these things. So these children are just picking up what has been taught to them because that's what they think is right. Because you see, in the black community, they like to popularize negativity. Negative shit. Negative things that the other race of people wouldn't do. But black people do it with pride. They love this stuff. So the kids are just like them. So for them to just blame the youngsters is ludicrous. It's crazy. It doesn't make sense that you're going to blame these youngsters for what you've done. Because black people don't know how to teach. They don't know how to parent. They don't. Even if they were married, they don't know how to parent. Black people are not good parents. Let's be honest. A lot of them, they're not good parents. They don't teach their children the right thing. They do not pass on generation wealth. They don't. If they do, yeah, they'll make it very hard for you. They make it look like they really hate you. They don't want to give nothing to you. Even when they're dead, they will try to pass it on to someone else. They'll try to pass it on to the white man or something like that. But they'll never like to pass it on to their own people, their own children. They don't. So this is why you're seeing these crazy kids running around. Because no figure, no leadership to tell them anything. So they go out in the streets, to find this leadership, and they lead them into gangs. You can't blame their fault. You can't blame them at all. You gotta blame black people, the older generation. They're the one that's done the damage. And you can't look at these children and expect them to fix it. They can't fix it because you see, you've already created the Frankenstein. You can't fix it. You can only destroy it. So you're expecting these kids to fix these type of problems. It won't happen. It won't make sense for it to happen because they are bred to die. They're born to die. Why do you think these kids are getting killed? These young black boys are getting murdered like this? Because they're bred to die. That's what it is. Simple as that. Staying alive is their job. Most of them don't stay alive or be around for long or hang around for long. They don't. Because they've already prepared them already. Even since the time they go to school, they prepare them to be executed. And you see, nobody's teaching them shit. Nobody at all. Well, you're just getting these older generation who are pretending that they are special or they've done something when they've done nothing. You see? Because you know why? Because a lot of them never wanted to grow up. These older generations, older black people, they never wanted to grow up. Like I said before, Peter Pan syndrome. They've never wanted to grow up. They wanted to stay young forever. But now they find out they're getting old and these youngsters are young. So they want to hate on them. Because they're jealous of them, because you see, they still want to be young. Only in the black community bullshit occurs like this. Well, I said it. And that's all I got to say. So if you like this video, like, comment, subscribe, and share it. And I'm out. Peace.